Yo, man, yo, fuck what you going fan 007, nigga, man. Shout out to the fan movement, nigga. What up, niggas, you good?
That's the King Cobra.
I'm back with the guests. We got Lush One on. Yo, Lush, what up, man?
Man, just cooling back on my homeboy Alky David, you feel me? Drinking some tea and crumpets, you know. No, I'm just Hey yo, Lush. Hold up. Before we get into all that, could we just give Queen of the Ring shout outs and props for their day one Saturday rookies versus vets card? I know that ain't what y'all trying to talk about because y'all want the juiciness and all that, but that was a crazy fucking event, bro. And and really, it was. And you really didn't have to do too much to make a crazy battle rap event. All you need is dope rappers and cameras, and everything else kind of, you know, work itself out. You know, like you don't need to try to reach for the fucking stars and do all this extra shit. Like, and that was proof positive right there. That joint was right in the hood, right where Snoop Dogg grew up, right around the corner from VIP Records, you feel me, where Snoop Dogg shot his very first music video, in a boxing gym where you could smoke weed, and all these girls was putting on like crazy. I'm calling it right now that AR-14 is the next top female battle rapper in the game. And the fools are sleeping on her now. Like, she put on such a clinic, like, y'all about to see some crazy shit. Like, everyone killed it. Shout out Finesse. Shout out everybody. Shout out all the vets for coming through. But my girl Bria, AR-14, like, next up, period. And the Brat came through. I don't know if y'all knew that. The Brat was at the event. And I'm not going to say that she has a huge crush on me or anything, but we hugged 3 times, you feel me?
Yeah, you stupid. that right there's a big look, though, having the Brat come out.
It was. The Brat came out because of Babs Bunny. You know, shout out my homegirl Babs. Like, it was funny how that happened, actually. And me, like, I'm weird, like, meeting, when I first met Drake and when I meet a lot of these famous rappers and people nowadays, celebrities, it don't really, like, it's cool as fuck, and I appreciate the love that they show, but I don't really get, you know, tripped out. Maybe it's because I grew up in the industry and my family's, I've been around famous people my whole life, but I get tripped out when I meet rappers that I used to listen to when I was 13 years old, and freaking bitches and high school dances and all that. So meeting the Brat, we were walking up on Babs' car as she pulled up. And I was, you know, Babs, my homegirl, so I'm like, what's up? My homie old boy with me, and he's real close with that. We're like, what's up? And then I see this girl in an army jacket who kind of look a little boyish but cuter than you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, oh shit, that's the fucking Brat right there. Damn, you feel me? And like, I think she was kind of putting off the vibes, like, that she didn't really want to be all like hassled and in the mix. So I wasn't gonna really bug her like that, right?
Put on the spot.
Yeah, exactly. But then she seemed like a bunch of people coming up to me like, oh, Lush One, taking pictures with me for whatever reason, you know, wanting to. And she kept kind of I noticed her out of the corner of my eye, noticing it. So then I kind of felt myself enough to approach her, and I was like, yo, the Brat, you know, like, and Babs was like, yeah, it's my homie Lush. So she's like, hey, baby, shake her hand, and I was like, not for nothing. I used to jam your shit since I was 13, and I do the same thing I do every time I meet a rapper that I like. I just start singing my favorite song of theirs. So I was like, who's that making that funky noise? It's a rat, tat, falling back on that ass. And she started singing it with me, dog. And I was like, oh, man, this is tight as fuck. That was a big look. Shout out also to homie L.T. Hutton, who directed the Tupac biopic. That's been a good friend of mine for a couple of years now. I used to make beats for Death Row back in the day. He was in the building as well, you know. So it could have been, you know, this shit could have been crazy, bro. I don't even know.
Yo, so I mean, what happened? Well, it was crazy. What happened? Because now you're like, what the hell's been going on Twitter all day? Y'all been going back. They blaming you.
I mean, let me ask you this, bro. What did they say when they was on your show? What was they talking about?
They were telling me,
besides all the just like the incessant running around in circles and hyperbolic nonsense that no one understood. Like, I mean, the actual shit that they said that normal people could get. Like, what did you gather from that? Like, from what I heard, they said, I should have listened to Lush One more. Lush one is not. Lush one is a good guy. Debo's a good guy. Did they say that? Did he say that on the air or no? I'm not bugging.
Yeah. So why are they blaming you now?
I don't know. What does a cyclist do when they're going downhill? It's called backpedaling, homie.
Yeah. That shit is crazy. Well, you know what?
Bar God, Xanax, Bar God.
But you know what? I don't understand. Like, did you see it going downhill yourself?
Well, I mean, here's the thing that you got to understand. Like the first time y'all brought me on the show, that was like around the time when they were first trying to get it off the ground. This is an event they was trying to do for a long time, and a lot of platforms, for whatever reason, wasn't fucking with. You know what I mean? They hollered at me super late in the game. I want to say it was the end of July, early August, and just me. Really, all they wanted from me was my basic knowledge of how to structure certain things and my contacts with people I knew. Once they got that from me, I was out the motherfucking picture. In fact, to the point where not only were they trying to damage personal relationships of mine, that's the whole other. I'm not going to empty the whole 30 out because I want to.
Damn, what?
Sorry,
no, empty the whole 30.
I'm not going to empty the 30. Because like there's a lot. Like I don't want to be a complete dick because actually, like as people, these are nice guys. I really don't want to have to do them like this, fool. But they took me off the event for a while. If you notice, if you look at the main flyers for the event, and if you look at the video trailer, it didn't even say my name as host no more. It said hosted by Babs Bunny, Vague, and Malathion. You know what I'm saying? It didn't even say my name anymore. You know what I mean? It didn't, like, I wasn't even involved, so I couldn't do nothing. I was like, that shit hella hurt my feelings when it first happened. I was like, damn, really? Why y'all don't want me in the mix? I didn't realize it was because they was really trying to throw their own revival 1970s battle rap. We've been doing it since the beatbox era. Fucking, we want to do our own show. They didn't really care about our culture, our scene, or anything like that. So it's like if I wouldn't have even fucking given them my homies' numbers to hit up because I wasn't trying to be, like I told you before, this was a Lush-proof plan because I wasn't involved in the business, dog. But the cold part is, if I was involved in the business, I couldn't have done a worse job than I did. And all the people trying to fucking saying this or that about Debo did the right thing, showing solidarity with all of his girls, pulling them up, telling them not to battle, because if they did battle, guess what you'd be hearing right now? All these chicks complaining that they didn't get paid from a company that fucking wrote bullshit contracts that nobody had any follow-through on. So, and plus, them dudes weren't going to battle without the rest of their money. You think Diz was going to get on that stage? You think Caustic and Paz was going to get on? You out your mind. And I can tell you that because I've seen all three of them. I've seen everyone. The only person that was going to battle without getting paid was B-Dot. I'm going to just say that. And it's because he would have battled regardless. He's I'm down to do it for the culture. But because this was a big look for B-Dot. He was a Queen of the Ring platform. And he's just such a fucking great guy. He's just such a great guy. But he shouldn't have battled. I would have advised him not to.
Well, you know what, Rush? You know what? How do you know which sponsors or which event throwers, whatever the fuck? What I mean, do you just take a gamble and fuck with everybody or what? They gotta be.
No, if you have money, I will fuck with you. Pretty much. I mean, I'm not gonna fuck with the Donald Trump Nazi Party. If they want to sponsor an event, you know what I mean? Really, if you got the dough. And you're gonna let us do us and not have me out here looking foolish, I'll fuck with you. I'm hosting an event with No Coast and King and the Ronalds, which is a league from the UK and a league from the Midwest, throwing an event in Minnesota next month. The business was right. They was on point. They good people. I'm not even really coming up like that off of it. I'm doing it for the love because I fucks with their movements. You know what I mean? It ain't even it just got, the situation has to make sense. And I hear what I saw was an opportunity for my homies to come up, and these dudes were saying they had their heart in it. It wasn't like dealing with Alki. It wasn't like I couldn't get these dudes on the phone for weeks at a time. So at first it seemed chill, but when it was time to actually handle all the biz, they pulled me off the whole shit. Period. Really, I get it. They wanted to shine. They wanted their boys to shine, their people to shine. Me, I'm a loudmouth. Everybody wants, when Lush One is involved, it just attracts the whole aura to something. So they wanted to they didn't want to be overshadowed by my beauty and my greatness. You feel me? Like my shit's just too fly for them. Like, so they had to they were like, you're not involved. So they tried to do all this extra shit, hire beauticians and fucking vegan quinoa sushi chefs and all this fucking other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when the event took, they didn't have no money to pay the rappers. It's like, did you hear the answers they were giving you yesterday? This dude was like literally contradicted himself 5 times. He's like, no, the issue wasn't the money. I'm not in this for the money. That's one of the first answers he gave. And then later on in the conversation, he's talking about return on investment, using like a flawed analogy to describe return on investment. So are you in it for the culture or not? The first time and this is on Cadillac Ron right here, the first time I sat down with these dudes and we had a little quote-unquote business meeting where they couldn't even afford to pay for the dinner and they're pulling out 5s and 10s out their pockets. I'm like, chill, it's all good. I got this. Just because I was like, because it was embarrassing, you know what I mean? At that first dinner, I was like, you guys are not going to make money off of a battle rap event if you want to do it on a large scale like this. If you're in it for the long haul, consider this event a loss leader. Now, if you don't know what a loss leader is, that's a term used in business. That means that you're planning on something that's going to be making you a profit down the line. So maybe your first few events, you might lose a little bit, but the 5 after that, you finna be straight, and you finna come up, and you finna build something dope. If you down for that, cool. But don't think you could put up 30, 40. This motherfucker says 53 grand that you finna like, and you think you're gonna get that back? Like, it's not finna happen, bro. I don't care if you have fucking Eminem versus Murder Mook on there.
But
well,
Lush,
you know. But Lush, it's your fault. It's all your fault, Lush.
Look, this is Drizzy. This is Drizzy. I came down to the event.
My guy.
And when I got there, it was just when I came down there, it was mad people outside. Like, at what point did you know like the event wasn't gonna go down? Because the fans was out there for hours, not knowing what was going on. So when did you know the event wasn't gonna go down?
That's a good question, bro.
Did at any point did you feel like you should have told him to do it at like a smaller place, like on a smaller scale, since it's his first event?
I don't feel like I should have done any of that. I did tell them all that. I told them everything they were supposed to do to have a successful event. I sent them a budget. I sent them a list of all the people that will pick up people from the airport and make sure that everyone had rides. I sent them a list with phone numbers of all the people that were willing to participate in every level. I gave them their contacts for making flyers. Debo and I both did that. We gave them their contacts we literally gave them all the advice we possibly could. They were so caught up in the showmanship aspects. I had no idea what the fuck they were spending money on, bro. I had no clue. If I knew they were going to hire fucking Steven Spielberg to direct the shit and have a giant fucking huge banner that said WFF in larger letters than you see the president's name written with pixelated images, I would have been like, yo, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, no one cares. This shit could have been in the same fucking you know what I'm saying, record store, the shoe store that Reed Dollars battled at back in the day, and fools don't care about nothing but the bars. Yeah, camera quality is cool and all. It helps him make look doper. You know, it helps add to the aesthetic, but it really don't matter. If you have a bunch of whack battles, you could have Twiz or Avocado shooting that shit Bagnall. No one will care. They only care about dope bars. Am I lying to you right now?
Nah. You are.
When did you know the event was over, though? Because we was out there for hours. When did
really?
y'all know it was over?
So I didn't know until so my wife was apparently like, I was on stage like while the DJ, who wasn't my little brother, by the way, this dude was like fucking Grandmaster Flash's grandpa or some shit. He was a nice guy. Shout out DJ Fred Loke. He was cool, but this fool was playing fucking Wipe Me Down and T-Pain and fucking 0 to 100 real quick. Like now that's what I call music 2007, like fucking ludicrous songs. Like bro, like you're making me look so gay up there dancing to this shit. I'm on stage dancing to Ludacris for 3 hours. Like, I have no clue what's going on. They're looking at me crazy. Then they keep saying, like, Lush, one, where you at? Like, the sound man wants to be a rapper. He's like, I can serve everybody, motherfucker in the building. I'm like, yo, this is so weird. And I'm just on the mic, like, I'm just standing on stage. I don't know what's going on. At one point, I told the crowd, because they kept telling me every time I go outside and look to hit a blunt or to ask Aaron and Rome, yo, what's going on? Like, I went up to Active and Norma Bass was the first battle. I chilled with Norma for like 10 minutes, went upstairs, chilled with Active, and then for like a half hour, I'm like, they ain't calling you down, so obviously it's not time to battle yet, so you the first battle. I'm just, at this point, I have no control over anything. It's not my event. They're supposed to be paying me to host, which they didn't do yet, by the way. They still owe me money for that. I don't care. You can keep that money. Pay the fucking rappers. Pay the people that fucking flew out from Boston and New York and Chicago and Germany to watch these battles. Pay them back. Pay these motherfuckers. Pay the rappers their money. Pay everybody for their time and their. I don't care. Lush One's gonna be straight. I live right near the beach, man. Boy, I'm gonna be straight. You ain't gotta worry about my pockets. You feel me? Pay everybody that put in hard work. I didn't do shit. You feel me? So I didn't know at one point, because they just kept telling me, yeah, next battle 10 minutes. So I said to the crowd, I was like, yeah, there's a battle coming up in 10 minutes. Now, I'm a pretty entertaining motherfucker, but people were getting sick of looking at me up there for a while, after a while with no battles going on. It was getting boring. You feel me? It was worse than the longest URL event ever. You feel me? There's no way URL would never make people wait that long. You know what I mean? And they're known for making people wait long. So I was like, I said, okay, the next battle in 10 minutes, and someone in the crowd looked at me and said, you're lying. And like over the music playing, I could hear him saying, I was like, you know what, Blood? You're right. I am lying. I don't know when the fucking next battle is. Your guess is as good as mine. So my wife eventually is like, trying to get the truth out of it. My wife works for Queen of the Ring. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. Helen is a beast of her. So what she had to say is, I don't disagree with any of it necessarily, but it's not a reflection of me. Helen's a strong woman, you know what I'm saying, like with her own voice. So just to make that clear. She's trying to get the truth out of them. She wants to know what's up because she's homies with all that. She's homies with Debo. She's homies with Bonnie. She's homies with Jessica Official. She's homies with Pat and Caustic. She like all of like we're all friends. She's homies with Active and Diz. Like we're all friends. So we all want to know when's this going on. Like they're trying to make Dirtbag Dan pay at the door. They probably would have made you pay at the door, Caps. You feel me?
They probably made Dirtbag Dan pay the door.
Yeah, he was like, I'm out. Fuck this shit. They tried to they disrespected our entire scene. They tried to make Dead Man pay. They tried to.
You know what? Question. So Lush, do you feel like all the battlers should get in for free?
That's what
I mean. If it's my event, I low key do feel like the battlers should get. If you're a part of the scene. You know what I mean? Like if you contribute to the scene in ways as to where like not necessarily every battler, but if you're promoting the event in some capacity, if you're blogging about the event, if you're pushing the line for the event, we all rock together. Like yeah, you should, especially if there ain't like you know what I mean? Like if you're spending money the way you're spending money, you're spending 30 racks on fucking quinoa sushi. Yeah, Dead Man should get in for free.
Okay,
man,
okay.
I knew that, Daddy. I knew something wasn't right when I got down there. It was people with the ticket confirmations on their phone, and they wasn't even like letting them in. Like I was like, what the hell is going on? These niggas got confirmations and they're not letting them in. I was like, something's not right. And man, that shit was crazy. Them niggas fucked up.
It was goofy. It was goofy as fuck, bro. And it's like to me, so I really didn't know what was going on. My wife came on stage and she told me, hey, by the way, it's looking bad. The money ain't right. Like, none of these fools don't have money, and they didn't want to admit it. If they had the money, the battles would have happened. It wasn't like, no, the crowd wasn't right. As a business owner, I had to make this decision. What does that even fucking mean? If there's money, you would have paid these people. And, like, one of y'all said it in your first interview, you're right. When you're dealing with major artists, you give them at least 50% of the deposit up front and then the other half before they get on stage. That's this is not just battle rap. These fools are coming in trying to act like they're teaching us about business. Like, oh, y'all West Coast fools, y'all battle rap fools in general don't know what's up with business. Let us show you how it's done. We know about business. I've owned my own security company. hey, guess what, buddy? My dad directed movies Arnold Schwarzenegger. Does that make me a great fucking cinematic genius? No, it doesn't. You feel me? Like, I don't mean shit. I don't give a fuck if you were the assistant fucking, coffee stirrer on the Vibrant Thing video in 1997. It doesn't matter, dog. I don't care if you were DMX's security guard, bro. And these are all real facts about them, and these were facts they were using to try to validate themselves with me. When they were talking, all I was like, in my mind, I'm like, where's the money? Where's the money? It's like listening to Charlie Brown's parents talk, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, where is the money? Where is it? Where's the money? All I was hearing. They didn't have it, though. They didn't have it. They kept saying, like, just if everybody chills out and relaxes, they'll get paid. I'm trying to offer advice. I'm like, yo, I could probably talk to these dudes and get them to, but they won't even tell me what's going on, so I don't know what's popping. I can't even help them, so I officially didn't know that the battle was over until Helen was like, yo, I'm going to rip this Band-Aid off you. Aaron, just tell them it's over. Tell them there's no money. And he's like, and he nodded his head. I seen Debo run on stage. Debo was wearing a Star Wars shirt. I'm still kind of confused about Debo's Star Wars shirt. We can talk about that later. Fucking Debo gets on stage and is like, yo, this shit ain't cracking. Get your motherfucking money back. Now, this is where I give Aaron from World Freestyle Federation props. The fact that he had the nuts to come on your show.
Okay.
He's the first one out of all the Alki Davis, Teddy Grizzles. None of these fools ever manned up. You feel me? Like, I was the only. I don't consider myself in the same category as those fuckboys. So it's like I'm not even going to say I manned up. But when I fucked up, I've owned responsibility for that, and y'all know that. But at least Aaron owned responsibility and said, yeah, it's his fault. So whatever the fuck he's tweeting about now and thinking they doing other events in California and they have the jurisdiction to do that and fools are going to be cool with all that, like, nah. Cheap emoji. Nah.
Wait, Lush, let me ask you, was he trying to pay everybody off the door money? That's where I'm confused. Like, was this a door thing?
But even if, like, look, I might not be the smartest man, but from where I'm sitting, if you have about, he said he had 83 pre-sales, right? The capacity of that venue, he said, is 900. Nah, it actually wasn't. The capacity of that venue looked with seating a lot closer. You could squeeze maybe, 1,200. Like, even if you sold if you sold 1,200 tickets for $40, do the math. You feel me? Maybe then you'll be able to fucking break even with your, with your expenses because, like you said, they had another. They didn't even pay half the deposits. Like they were paying, like if they owed somebody $2,500, if that's what their battle was, they'd give them $1,000 as a deposit and try to be cool with that. So they owed a lot of people big debts. Even if they were depending on the door, that still wasn't going to cover their ass. There's no, obviously that's business 101. Even me with Ether, like when Ether was getting all fucked up, everybody knew before they were getting on stage that the money was fucked up. It wasn't like, you're going to get paid the second you get on stage. Well, it's all good. They knew going to the event. They knew before they got on the planes. We told Sirius Jones knew, like, yo, this shit is fucked up. Your money is fucked up. He's like, I don't care. I'm coming out anyways. And it's like at the same time, I could kind of feel why they're frustrated because their names are being used to promote. So it's like they're using the Queen of the Ring name to promote. So all the revenue they did bring in, all the shit that they did, they're using my name. They're using Disaster's name, Official's name, Bonnie's name. So it's like.
But he said he had like another $25,000-$30,000 left in payouts. Like he was already down $53,000. So it was like.
Why would he do that? Does that card even look that expensive to you? Dude, this card is a slam dunk. It was so easy. All he had to do, he could have fucking... Dude, this is Los Angeles, California. You know how many cameramen and editors there are out here? Like, he could have easily done this shit so cheap and had to be dope and built his way up to have a crazy setup, elaborate setup like they had. Like, they could have done that shit so easily. Like, the card is not that expensive, bro. None of these
it's really
are that
not
expensive.
He got
it's
a big ass
dude.
menu. He got catered food. What do you need? This is a battle rap event. What you need? Catered food.
You didn't even have to pay for Daylight. Daylight's battle because Qotr canceled, so Qotr versus Daylight was canceled. That's one less battle they were probably excited about that. Like me, I was sad because I wanted to see a crazy battle. You know what I mean?
They were
like,
probably excited about it.
They probably
niggas
were.
Niggas had hair and makeup. Niggas had dressing rooms. Like, he was bugging. They was in Hollywood. Like, what are you doing?
Doing too much.
It didn't need to be like that. They're doing for much. They were doing for much, dog. And, like, for me, like, I wasn't happy about it because I got that much love for him. Like, part of me is like, damn, like, I wish there's something I could do to help this situation. But it's like, even, fuck, dude, like, I don't even know enough people with enough money to help save the day with this time, you feel me? And it ain't even my shindig. I'm supposed to be getting paid. They don't even have alcohol there. I know you noticed that. There's no motherfucking alcohol there, dog. Like,
yeah.
Like, Jesus, like I don't know what they was trying to have us do. Like, it was so, I know they had good intentions. I don't want to sound like I'm shitting on them. I don't want to sound excessive. There's really nothing else to say other than, like, you know, listen to motherfuckers and stop trying to flip the script. We already know you fucked up, and stop lying about fucking money you ain't got. Either you got money or you don't. It's okay to not have money. We respect you regardless. You know, just come at us with respect. We'll give it back.
Good, man, this is some crazy ass shit. But I still think, hey,
go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, you still got to be careful with who y'all fuck with, Lush, because y'all the ones who collecting money from them.
I wish I collected money from them. I wish I did.
So you said it wasn't on you. You said that's right.
They brought me. They hired me as a host. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? No matter what I will say though, Caps, is I got to be careful what I lend my name to. You know what I mean? Because if I can't be associated with fuckery, because they're going to automatically assume that I'm in the wrong regardless. And at this point, it's just kind of a joke. It's not Lush One's fault, because like it actually wasn't. People are excited. This is actually good for my stock in a weird ass way. It's like, wow, Lush should have been more involved. Maybe we should fuck with Lush. But to me, I don't care about that shit. I just wanted to see dope fucking battles, man.
I hear you.
I ain't gonna lie, Lush, when they got fucked up, you just got you like the battle rap guy to get like, we just blame you for the fucked up shit when it's come to LA shit. So I was like, nah, Lush fucked this up. Now I thought about it, I was like, Lush has nothing to do with this shit. But you just that guy.
Exactly,
like, you fucked the video. You the guy who fucked the events up. So it's like, oh, Lush did this shit, but that wasn't Lush, man.
Exactly.
Leave Lush alone, man.
It's like if you hear someone saying, yeah, it's probably Young Jeezy, right? You feel me? Like, it could be a number of people. Like, you know, like, it could be a number of people, but you hear, yeah, you think Jeezy. Fucking, at the end of the day, so that's just all fucked up.
Yo, man, yo, man, yo, fuck what you going to fan 007, nigga, man. Shout out to you, fan moving, nigga. What up, niggas, you good?